Aloha. Before I go on with the next commercial, let me just take a moment to ask if you have been in any way a part of the Kahuku beginning, intermediate, or high school band. I'm talking about parents. If you've been a part of the Kahuku band program, can you please stand up? Awesome. Remain standing, please. Remain standing. We're not going to embarrass you. We're not going to ask you what year, okay? But I will tell you, if I went back there and had a chat with you, some of you will say I was in band all 7 years, from 7th grade all the way up until high school, my senior year. There'll be some that would say, I stopped taking band after intermediate band. Some will say, I just took beginning band. But when you hear this band, and if you saw the band perform at the marching festivals, at Kanu'i Christmas Parade, I'm sure you're thinking, I wish I stayed all the way. When you hear this band, they're just amazing. This morning in rehearsal, one of the band students said, and I didn't know I had this look, said this look that I had on my face was like, I don't know what you said, like just $1 million or something like that. It wasn't a fake expression. I was just amazed. And intermediate band, you're just half a year away from being in this band. Beginning band members, you're just 1.5 years away to be a part of this. This is an amazing group. And I think Mr. Furukawa will agree with me. We're working so hard on this band trip for next year. It's really a pleasure to work when the students are deserving of a trip, especially after an 18-year absence. So I segue right into our commercial, which is Laie Chop Suey. I'm not revealing what the deal is, but starting next month, with the help of our gracious dear friend Uncle Bill at Laie Chop Suey, we'll be having a massive fundraiser. Please support him, as I mentioned earlier. He will support us in our endeavors to raise funds for this fantastic trip to represent not only the Kahuku name, not only the pride of the North Shore, but the entire Ko'olaloa community at the Big Island, at the Merry Monarch Festival Royal Parade. Long title. It's a short parade, but I guarantee you the entire island is going to show up. It's just an amazing, amazing parade. So please help us by supporting Laie Chop Suey. On with the show. Mr. Furukawa is your symphonic band ready for this evening. May I proudly introduce to you the Kahuku High School Symphonic Band, Pride of the North Shore.
Aloha, I'm Sarah Fitzgerald and I play the flute. Seated before you is the Kahuku Symphonic Band. It is composed of 43 students in grades 9 through 12. This ensemble is the premier instrumental music ensemble at Kahuku High and Intermediate School, which also performs at athletic competitions and other campus events. Our first selection this evening is Waltz No. 2 from Dmitri Shostakovich's Suite for Variety Orchestra, arranged by James Kurnow. The full suite is actually a set of arrangements by Levon and Timofin of music composed by Shostakovich, originally for ballet, theater, and film. Shostakovich never heard the suite, as it was premiered in 1988, after his death. However, this piece is notable because of its use of the saxophone, which was atypical in an orchestral setting. And now, under the direction of Mr. Ernest Honoguchi and Mr. Pablo Furukawa, the Kahuku Symphonic Band.
Hello, I'm Buster Jackson and I play the trumpet. Our second piece is Ballad by Darren W. Jenkins. Ballad was commissioned by the Perry Middle School Band from Perry, Kansas in memory of their student Heather Leonardi. Heather played clarinet but was diagnosed with cancer and passed away. However, the music is in many ways happy to share Heather's love of playing with others. We hope you enjoy Ballad.
Soliak, and I play the trumpet. Our next selection is Santa's Big Adventure, arranged by David Schaefer. This piece takes us on a musical journey around the world, and you can hear iconic national music from several countries, as well as many famous Christmas carols. Let's see if you can hear any of them on Santa's Big Adventure.
Hello, I'm Tegan Cornwall and I play the bass clarinet. Before we perform our final piece, we would first like to acknowledge the many people who've helped us make this concert possible. A big mahalo to the KHIS administration for helping organize the event, Ms. Sonia Dominguez, a proud Kahuku Band alumni and KHIS custodial head, and her team for helping us set up the performance area and keeping our campus beautiful. Our Kahuku Band parent volunteers who help make our events and field trips run smoothly, and finally Yamada Sensei, KHIS Japanese teacher and performing arts and world languages department head, and Ms. Esther Macy, KHIS choir teacher and music learning center head. Please also see the additional acknowledgments on the back of your program. Please give a round of applause for all those individuals, as we would not have put on this performance without them.
All right, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Good? All right. Thank you for bearing with the heat. I know it's pretty toasty, so thank you for pushing through. Before we get to our last number, I want to acknowledge a few additional people, our students in the high school band, for a couple of reasons. The first reason, as we've returned from COVID and our normal band activities resume, one of the things that has also resumed is the OBDA, meaning Oahu Band Directors Association Select Band. And what that is, if you maybe went to high school in the mainland and did band, it's the equivalent of all-state band, where everybody on the island goes to UH Manoa Music Department. They all audition and they handpick the best players for each instrument. So this year, we had 5 students audition, and we had 3 of those 5 students make it into the band, which is a pretty big deal considering a high school band of only 43. Nearly 10% of our students are making it into select band. If you compare it, I'm not going to name any names. Yeah, give them a hand. I'm not going to name any names, but let's just say, if we're going percentage-wise, we're doing pretty good. Okay. I just want to acknowledge the 3 students. The 5 students who auditioned, and then especially the 3 students who made it in. The 2 students who auditioned but unfortunately didn't make it in this year were Eva Henderson and Sarah Fitzgerald. You can give them a hand, please. And then our 3 students who made it in were Dallin Reese on the horn. Adam Cheney on the alto saxophone. And barely get it in there, but he's a freshman anyways. Give a hand for Tim Strain on the percussion. Yeah. I already told them in class, but I look forward to seeing more of them audition and make it in next year, okay? Parents, encourage your children to audition, please. Thank you. Okay, alrighty. I would also like to acknowledge all of our marching band students. I'm sure many of you driving down Kamehameha Highway saw them practicing from sun up to sundown. In that gravel parking lot, all the dust everywhere, and blowing a horn and whacking a drum and all that stuff. Marching band students, can you just stand up, please? Can you raise your hand, marching band students, if you played a secondary instrument, a brand new instrument this year for marching band? So nearly a third, I think a little over a third of our marching band students either never or barely played the instrument they played for marching band, and they went out there and they were second place in our division on their first year back. So thank you to everybody who came out to support all of our students at all of our marching band competitions and the Kauni'ole Christmas Parade. It's been a long time since school got a marching band, and I know a lot of the the seniors who graduated in years past were really bummed out that they didn't get a chance. So I'm so proud of the students who got to do it this year. And it's really like kind of been a dream come true for me personally, to see them, be super successful all on their own on the field. No one's there to save them. It's all on them, and they went out and kicked some butt. So how about another hand for them, and we'll get on to the last ones.
Hello, I'm Recruitment Simon and I play the trumpet. Our final selection of the evening is House and Heart by Kataj Copley, subtitled An Overture for Love. This piece is luscious and warm in its harmony, but also graceful and rhythmic driving. The composer writes following poem in his notes of this piece. Love does not delight evil, but rejoices the truth. It always protects and always trusts, always hopes and always perseveres. Love never fails. Thank you for coming to our concert and for your support of the Kahuku Band program. Please enjoy our final selection and have a safe trip home.
Thank you.